What's up guys? G Taylor here with another Tailored Eye video, and in this one I want to take a moment just to sit down, chill out, relax a little bit, and properly introduce myself, my channel, a bit of the gear I've been using, and what this channel is going to be all about. Let's get started. Now, before we jump into it, I would absolutely love if you hit that like and subscribe button to help my channel grow, and of course to document every step along the way in this photography journey. You're sitting there clicking through YouTube wondering, why am I sitting here watching yet another photography YouTuber? What makes this guy different than any of the other ones you've watched so far? I'm here to tell you that everything you're seeing right now is my absolute first time doing all of this. And if you found my channel looking for a great way to start in photography, you found it. Just about 6 months ago was where I jumped right into the world of photography, trying to figure out where to start, what to get, and what I needed. Through all that, I went through countless videos, hundreds of walls of text, only to find out they're all saying pretty much the same thing. I found out there's a lot of guides and tutorials for starting in photography, but they forget a few of the key points. The time, the effort, and the energy you have to put into it to even get a footing, let alone a start in photography. I will be doing a video on all that later on. A good reason for you to hit that subscribe button and that bell. But what I want to do with this channel here is essentially take everything that I've learned this past 6 months and really help you get a kickstart to getting into photography. This channel is going to document pretty much everything I go through. My ups, downs, successes, failures, pretty much everything. And I want to make sure you guys are along for the ride. My success is your success. Now, a great poet of our time once said,
"Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is..."
You get it. But anyway, I'm Greg Taylor, the main shooter here at Tailored Eye Photography. And yes, the name of everything is a play on my last name and the fact I have a pretty good eye for photography, if I do say so myself. A little bit about me. I've been taking photos since around 2005, 2006-ish. And I started out with my very first camera. It was essentially a gift from my mom that I got her for Christmas. Being the eldest brother and my mom's most tech gifted child, if she said so herself, I ended up taking all the pictures for my mom, showing her how to use the camera, all that good stuff. So I ended up getting pretty good at it over time. Now, from there, I took a couple of photojournalism and video journalism classes in high school and found out it was actually really fun. We ended up using a couple of Canons back in the day, and that was my first taste of using a full-on DSLR. Fast forward a few more years, 2010, smartphones were all the rage. And of course, still being the family photographer, I'm still taking all the pictures at all the family functions. Only now, I'm posing family members, making sure the lighting and everything is correct, and getting some pretty awesome results. Most of my family members were pretty impressed. Every single one of my family members were like, "You should take up photography, you're really good at this." I didn't think much of it at the time, so I just did what made me and the family happy, especially for them posting them on Facebook and other social media platforms. Another fast forward, now we're in 2018, I've been taking pictures for a little bit longer thanks to my smartphone, and a few coworkers of mine basically brought up the same thing. Being pretty good at framing shots, kind of getting the composition and stuff down. But one coworker asked me, "Hey, you ever post these pictures online?" They essentially stayed on my phone just collecting digital dust. But they convinced me to actually start using online social media sharing and actually putting those pictures out there. And when I did that, first thing I did was pop them straight on Instagram, introducing Greg Taylor's photos. And that was pretty much it. At the time, all I did was share a single link to social media, and that was it. I didn't really look at it as any big jump or anything like that, but the rest of the world actually did. From the moment I posted those photos online, I gained a few followers, a couple of likes, so I ended up posting more pictures. After a couple months, I actually had a pretty decent following, as you've probably seen. So with that under my belt, I figured, hey, what else can I do to make these photos even better? I ended up finding a company called Moment, you may have heard of them, I'll put a link in the description, to actually add a bit more elements to taking photos with just your cell phone. Those Moment lenses essentially elevated my photography game trifold. All the photos I was posting online was still getting even more likes. Had a few folks even message me just asking, "Hey, what are you using to take these awesome shots?" Every single time I let them know it was just me, my Pixel 2 XL at the time, and a few Moment lenses, they were shocked that they were getting really good photos from something as small as a cell phone. So after using those moment lenses and elevating my photography game, I figured, what's the next step? Searching around, doing a little more research on DSLRs, and getting highly confused, as we all know, I ended up making the decision to go ahead and jump in head first. Watching tons of YouTube videos, reading pretty much any blog I can find, not to mention just literally any website that have photography in the name. After a while, and a couple of inspirational YouTube videos, I finally decided to jump in wholeheartedly and ended up grabbing the very camera I'm recording this on right now, the Sony a6300. I got it used, secondhand, no big deal, but as you see, still does a really great job. I will say with the gear side of things, as you see, there is a lot to it, but it's not the end all be all. And speaking of gear, this is where most, if not all folks that I personally know looking to get into photography for the first time tend to completely come to a full stop. I started out with what was immediately available to me. My mom's point and shoot camera, the DSLRs at my school, the high 8 DV cams we used to have there as well. Now I won't say that this won't cost you a pretty penny, but the first thing I always notice that everyone goes to is the complete and utter high end for cameras. You do not need a Red Dragon X camera to get started. You don't need a crazy light setup to make sure that your lighting is perfect. I'm actually gonna put a link in the description as well, showing you all the gear that, I kid you not, I am using right now to light and record what you're watching. Just as a heads up, going through that list, I wanna let you know, you don't have to buy everything all at once. I essentially built it up over a good couple of years. The last big purchase I actually made was the camera itself. And just to go through a quick rundown, the camera that I'm using, as I mentioned earlier, the Sony a6300, again, bought secondhand. I did splurge just a little bit on the Sigma 30mm 1.4 lens that you're looking at. It's just ridiculously sharp. I had to splurge on it. As far as audio is concerned, besides a little bit of the echo in my apartment, sorry about that, I'm using the Movo VXR10. So really great microphone that you can plug directly into cameras, and it even works for smartphones as well. As far as lighting goes, I have 2 LED lights made by Dolphin, also grabbed from Amazon, and a small LED light that I grabbed as well. All those maybe cost me about $40. And last but not least, the tripod that I'm using is actually just some random one I grabbed from my local Walmart. Maybe cost about 30 bucks, but as you see, doing the job perfectly fine. And that's it. Everything in that list is what I'm using right now to record this video, basically pop it up on YouTube for you guys to see. And as far as editing software goes, I actually use iMovie on an ancient MacBook Air I've had for a couple of years. But if you're using Windows, you got things like Sony Vegas. And if you're on Android, you can of course use Adobe Premiere Rush. All of those are pretty simple editing tools, pretty inexpensive as well, just to get your video edited and pop right on YouTube. Overall, your gear does play a really crucial part, but it's not as big as a lot of folks think. With all that being said, guys, at the end of the day, I want this channel to basically save you the time from watching hundreds of YouTube videos, reading endless walls of text, to basically get a nice start here in photography. I am going to be going out on photo shoots, video shoots, and essentially taking you guys along for the ride. I'll also make sure to provide links and tips and tricks to anything that's helped me get to this spot where I am right now, because my ultimate goal is to get you right in the same exact spot as me. I'm also going to provide links to really awesome videos that help me pull the trigger on a lot of this stuff, even give me a little bit of inspiration when it's those rough days as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Really didn't mean to sit here and just talk your ear off the whole entire time, but I'm glad you stuck with it. Feel free to like and subscribe to help me and my channel grow. Now I do hope you come back for more, and if not, it's okay. But just do me a favor, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you would like to see in my future videos, so that way I can earn that subscription later. I will be uploading at the very least one time a week. If you need more content on that, I'm very active on all my social media. Definitely check the description to see what those are below. Besides here on YouTube, I do also post a lot of my final images that I edit on my Instagram page as well. Feel free to follow me there and take a look at those. Alongside those photos, I'll be doing the behind the scenes and all the kind of the grunt work, I'll say, to get these video shoots up and running. Feel free to check those out too. So thanks again, guys. Again, I'm glad you hung out here with me at Tailored Photography, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace. All right. Hopefully them 2 takes was good.